Hi, everybody. This is Pastor Susan coming to you with another episode of the Interfaith Pastor. This past Sunday, one of our readings was from the book of Jonah from the Old Testament. And I love Jonah. I love the book. I wish we could have read the whole 4 chapters in church, but it's such a great story. And the really wonderful thing about the story of Jonah is that it is a story beloved by Christians, Jews, and Muslims. So it's really a wonderful interfaith connection with this figure. It is as I said, there's a whole book that is the book of Jonah, and Jonah's story is also included in the Qur'an. And Jonah is revered in Islam as a person who obeyed God's call and brought God's message to others. And in Judaism, the book of Jonah is read on Yom Kippur. And as a reminder of being faithful and repenting, because Jonah, at first Jonah didn't want to go to Nineveh, right? He had to go through a whole big long story, including being swallowed by a big fish, or we usually hear it as a whale. It doesn't matter, but anyway, the story that finally Jonah repented and went and preached the message to the people of Nineveh, who also repented. And so on Yom Kippur, it's definitely that theme of repentance and turning back to God. And so I think it's a great, a wonderful thing that, and you know, the tomb of Jonah, well, actually, there are many that are considered to be Jonah's resting place. Now, if you don't take the story literally and you see this as a parable with messages for us, but still, I think the idea of a tomb of Jonah that was in Iraq, the city of Mosul, however, it was destroyed. It was blown up, blown to bits by ISIS in 2014. And that was a great loss to Jews, Christians, and Muslims. So as we think about this figure of Jonah as an interfaith character, if we're going to put together some kind of interfaith service or something that we would want to do together, Jonah would be a wonderful way to come together and know that we have things in common. Not everything, right? Differences among us for sure, but we do have things in common. And Jonah, the reluctant prophet, the prophet who at first did not want to do God's will and tried to run away, and ended up going overboard and getting swallowed by this great fish or whale. And I love that story too, because he had to sit in that whale for 3 days, and he had time to think. He had time to contemplate what was going on. And I think this is also a message for us as we, hopefully not inside of a fish, but maybe in our meditation chair in our room or wherever we might have that, to find that quiet, alone space. Maybe for busy people, it might be your bathroom, right? But wherever you can find a moment to take that quiet time to ponder what it might be that God is calling you to do, even if it's something you do not want to do. And how often has that happened? Has happened to me. And then we do that contemplative time, and like Jonah, we end up saying, okay, this is what I'm going to do. And it all ends up great. So story of Jonah, it's in the Bible if you want to take a look at it. It's in the Quran if you want to take a look at. And it's a great story. I know you'll enjoy it. So that's it for now. See you later.